Chris Beaty, instructor in welding technologies at Metro Community College. Been with the college for about 6 years, just over 6 years now. It's been the best career change of my life. It's very exciting. The program has grown tremendously over the last 3 years. We've almost doubled in size with students. All the instructors that teach under the welding program at one time or another teach every course, which includes gas metal arc welding, or a lot of people call it MIG welding, industrial cutting, so cutting metal with oxy-fuel, plasma cutting. The other classes would include MIG stainless, MIG welding aluminum, TIG welding. It's very challenging at times, but it's very exciting because we're always busy, because we have to change gears on a regular basis as we're going. Spent 25 years in the welding industry. My last career before teaching at Metro was I was a union sheet metal worker with Local 3 sheet metal workers in Omaha, here in Omaha. I worked for a mechanical contractor, so installing commercial heating and air ductwork, included in installing kitchen equipment for different companies, working in power plants, food processing plants, fabricating different components for those types of industries. I was born and raised here in Omaha, 41 years actually. So I grew up in Northwest Omaha, went to Northwest High School. That's where I graduated. After graduation, I went to Southeast Community College, Milford, for welding. So I have an applied science degree in welding and metallurgy. And then spent, like I said, several years doing welding for a couple different companies. And then I joined the sheet metal union, so I did a 4-year apprenticeship with them, and spent 10 years doing that before I stumbled upon this opportunity and haven't looked back. So I've always had a mechanical background. My dad's very mechanical. He pretty much, if it's broke, he tries to fix it, and I paid a lot of attention to that growing up. And then I was a Boy Scout. I'm an Eagle Scout, and the first time I TIG welded was in a scout leader's garage doing the metalworking merit badge. And I'd seen my dad stick weld, and I'd seen neighbors' dads welding, and I always thought, man, that's just cool how you can melt things together. And I'm like, I want to learn how to do this. So in high school, I took all the woodworking and metalworking classes I could, and then I was hooked, and I spend way more time than a lot of people spend on reading and watching videos to make my skill better every day. It can be challenging. It's just I wake up every morning excited to be to work. Like I said, I moved an hour away from here now, so I get up about 2.5, 3 hours early, and I leave 2 hours before I need to be here, so that I'm at least an hour early, and then get things ready to go every day. Students come to me, come to our program. They don't have jobs, they don't have skills. Anywhere from being laid off to high school students just out of school to just a career change. So I know what it's like to want to work, and I want them to have that same opportunity. To be punctual, to be on time, to strive to make every weld better than the last one. To understand that in a lot of industries, welding is can be you have to take it serious. So a lot of products that are welded, people's lives depend on those welds being correctly done. So want every weld to be better than the last one, every weld to be acceptable and meet the standards that are applied to them. All the power sources or the equipment has changed dramatically over the years. Where a normal, even 10, 15 years ago, a power source for stick welding, depending on the size of the machine, could weigh upwards of 200-300 pounds. That same equipment now with technology weighs 50-60 pounds. So the sheer size of the equipment has decreased, but the capabilities have actually increased. So, with MIG welding, the arc stability, so how the arc is controlled, is changed. There's a lot of different what they call waveforms that are used to now control the weld puddle. Made things a whole lot easier. So, sometimes some of our industries have leaned on that equipment and kind of dumbed down our trade somewhat because they build in programs for certain welds. So the actual operator doesn't have to have all the capabilities of how to set the machine. They just know how to perform the weld. So they've taken away some of that in some of the industries. Forming equipment, so bending equipment has changed, a lot more computer controlled instead of manually controlled. So a lot more digital readouts, computer controlled stuff out there. In our program, we've over the last year have increased that with robotics, our CNC or controlled water jet cutting table, the plasma table. So we use computers quite a bit, a lot of different CAD programs. Just in our area, we use AutoCAD, we use Inventor. Our plasma table has 2 different drawing softwares, and then our water jet has its own drawing software. So we have to know a little bit about all those. Because of our schedules, I teach, this quarter I teach all day on Monday. I'm here, I teach Tuesday night, I teach all day on Wednesday, and then I have a class Saturday afternoon from 2 to 7, and then I have a class from 8 to 1 on Sunday. So juggling that, challenge for me because I am the program coordinator, so I get to go to all the fun meetings and stuff, and those don't always happen on good times. So like Thursday should be my day off. I have a meeting at 3:30 in the afternoon. So it can be challenging. Hunting, fishing, spend time with my son. He just graduated from high school, so he's soon to go off to college, and hopefully this winter. Don't be afraid to take the next step in your career. If you're presented with an opportunity, take it. Whether you think that you're not capable or not, try it. You don't know unless you do it. Try it. That's something with students, is trying to get them to take that initiative to try something without being told. If this is not working, let's try something different. And that's something I would like everybody to take away from me is, I learned what I know because I tried. If something didn't work, I tried something different. I wasn't naturally good at welding. I had to work at it. And that's what I want my students to do. I'm Chris Beaty, welding instructor at Metropolitan Community College in the Welding Technologies program at the South Omaha campus, Fort Fremont campus at Metropolitan Community College.